A mesmerizing snowy forest in Lapland, Finland, under the glowing northern lights. A brave young girl stands beside her reindeer, ready to embark on a legendary adventure. Far beyond the Arctic Circle, where endless forests of spruce and pine stretch to meet a snow-laden horizon, lies Lapland, Finland, a land where time itself feels like it moves slower. Here, the world is painted in shades of white and blue during the long winter, and the dark skies are alive with the vibrant hues of the Aurora Borealis. This land isn't just rich in natural beauty but also steeped in ancient Sami legends. In this magical, frozen landscape, Aya, a spirited and determined 12-year-old girl, was about to embark on an unforgettable journey. Her life, though rooted in the daily routines of her family's reindeer herding, was about to be touched by forces far older and wiser than she could have imagined. And it all began on a morning that seemed as ordinary as any other. The missing calf. A tranquil snowy forest trail with glowing green tracks leading into the mysterious woods, guided by the faint auroras. The sun was a pale, fleeting orb on the horizon, barely illuminating the snow-blanketed village of Luasto. Aya tugged her woolen scarf tightly around her neck as she stepped outside, her boots crunching in the thick snow. Her breath formed soft clouds in the freezing air as she walked toward the reindeer pen, humming one of her grandmother's old Sami songs. It wasn't long before she noticed something was wrong. The usual chaos of reindeer jostling for food was quieter that morning. A quick count confirmed her suspicion. One of the calves, a young and curious one named Pika, was missing. Asia's father, a rugged man who had spent his life herding reindeer, frowned when she told him. The little one might have wandered too far. Let's hope it didn't stray into wolf territory, he muttered, already preparing to track the calf. But Aya stopped him. Let me go, father. I know the forest trails well. And Pika knows me, she insisted, her voice firm. He hesitated, studying her closely. Aya wasn't a child anymore, he saw the determination in her eyes. With a sigh, he nodded. Take Tuli and be careful. The forest holds secrets we don't always understand. Aya grinned, her excitement barely contained. She saddled Tuli, her favorite reindeer, whose sleek coat gleamed in the faint sunlight. Together, they set off, following Pika's tracks into the forest. The glow in the snow. The majestic guardian of the light stands in a glowing snowy forest clearing, its antlers radiating aurora-like hues. The deeper they went into the forest, the quieter the world became. The only sounds were the crunch of snow under Tuli's hooves and the occasional creak of the frost-covered trees. Aya kept her eyes on the tracks, but something unusual caught her attention. The prints in the snow shimmered faintly, as though dusted with a greenish glow. At first, Aya thought it was a trick of the light. But as she followed the trail further, the glow grew brighter, more vivid. She felt a shiver, not from the cold, but from something else. The glow reminded her of the northern lights, the auroras that lit up the sky on clear winter nights. Could this be connected to the stories her grandmother always told? The thought filled her with a mix of wonder and unease. Her grandmother often spoke of the spirits of the auroras, who could guide or mislead those who ventured into their domain. The lights test your heart, her grandmother had once said. If your intentions are pure, they will guide you. If not, they will send you astray. Aya pressed on, her resolve firm. As night fell, the forest grew darker, but the glowing tracks lit the way forward. Soon, she arrived at the edge of a frozen lake. The ice was a mirror, reflecting the first ribbons of the northern lights unfurling across the sky. Aya dismounted Tuli and knelt beside the tracks. She whispered softly, Pika, where are you? The guardian of the forest. The girl and her reindeer face a treacherous mountain pass, where swirling snow and misty spirits test their courage. A sudden gust of wind swirled around her, carrying with it a melody, a faint, otherworldly tune that seemed to come from the very air. Aya froze, her breath caught in her throat. From the shadowed treeline, a figure emerged. It was a reindeer, but not just any reindeer. Its antlers glowed with the same shimmering light as the auroras above, casting a soft, magical glow across the snow. The creature's eyes were deep and wise, as though it had seen centuries of winters come and go. This was no ordinary reindeer, it was the guardian of the lights, a being of legend. Asia's heart raced. She had heard stories of the guardian from her grandmother, but she never imagined she would see it herself. She stepped forward, her voice trembling. Are you here to help me find Pika? The guardian tilted its head, its glowing antlers pulsing gently, almost like a heartbeat. Then it turned, looking toward the northern horizon. The auroras above shifted, forming a faint, shimmering path in the sky. Aya understood. This was her guide. She climbed back onto Thule, and together they followed the celestial path into the unknown. The spirits test. A hidden snowy valley glows under vibrant auroras, as the girl and her reindeer calf stand beside the radiant guardian. The path led them to a narrow mountain pass, where the air grew colder and the winds howled fiercely. Aya urged Thule forward, but the trail became treacherous. Snow and ice covered the rocky ground, and the sky above seemed to pulse with energy. As they climbed higher, shadows began to form in the swirling snow. At first, Aya thought they were tricks of the light, but then the shadows solidified, taking the shape of ghostly creatures made of ice and mist. They surrounded her, their hollow eyes glowing faintly. Fear gripped her, but she remembered her grandmother's words, "The spirits respect bravery and kindness. Show them you mean no harm." Summoning her courage, Aya began to sing the Sami song her grandmother had taught her, a melody of harmony, of respect for the land and its spirits. Her voice, though shaky at first, grew stronger with each note. The shadows paused, their forms softening as though soothed by the music. One by one, they dissolved into the wind, clearing the path ahead. The hidden valley. At the peak of the mountain, Aya found herself standing before a hidden valley. It was unlike anything she had ever seen. The snow sparkled like a sea of diamonds, and the air itself seemed alive with the hum of the auroras. In the center of the valley stood Pika, the missing calf, its fur glowing softly with the colors of the lights. Aya approached slowly, her heart swelling with relief and wonder. The calf nuzzled her hand, its warmth a welcome contrast to the icy air. As she looked around, the auroras above seemed to descend, their colors wrapping the valley in a radiant glow. The guardian appeared once more, its antlers blazing brightly. Aya knelt before it, her voice soft. "Thank you for guiding me." The guardian lowered its head, touching its glowing antlers to Pika. A spark of light passed between them, and the calf's glow intensified. The auroras danced more vibrantly than ever, their colors painting the snow in hues of green, pink, and blue. "You have shown courage, kindness, and respect," a voice echoed in Asia's mind. "The secrets of the lights are not meant for one to keep, but for all to share. Remember this, and the spirits will always guide you." Conclusion. When Aya returned to her village with Pika, the people listened in awe as she recounted her journey. Her grandmother smiled knowingly, as though she had always believed Aya was destined for such an adventure. The elders spoke of the guardian and the spirits of the auroras, and how they had chosen Aya to carry their message. From that day on, whenever the northern lights lit up the sky, Aya would look up with a quiet smile, knowing she had been a part of something extraordinary. The auroras weren't just lights in the sky, they were a reminder of the magic that exists in the world, waiting for those brave enough to seek it.